Welcome to another edition of Chief Chats. I'm Chase Coburn, the Community Engagement Specialist with the Menifee Police Department, here with Chief Carr to answer some of the questions you guys submitted to us on social media. Are you ready to jump in?
I'm ready.
All right. We'll kick it off with an easy one sent to us by Becky on Instagram. What is your favorite coffee order?
Oh, that's an easy one. I'm all about the Americano with a little splash of coconut milk.
Oh, coconut milk, huh?
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right. All right, this next one was submitted to us by Justin. Is there currently a hiring bonus for laterals to come to Menifee?
So no, we are not currently offering any hiring bonuses. We find that we're still receiving quality applicants and people here with tons of energy that want to come work in the city of Menifee. So we haven't found a need to have to offer that yet.
Great. All right, and this next one comes to us from social media as well, and it is, what has been the highlight of your career thus far?
Well, obviously being able to rise to the rank of chief, it's a pretty great highlight, and being able to serve everybody here in this community, work with the officers, work with all the staff here. I couldn't ask for anything more.
Great. I love to hear that as an employee. So.
Well, I mean, you know where we are at, right?
Yeah. All right. This question comes to us from Corey on Instagram. How many officers are on patrol at one time, and does it vary by shift? And does this impact response times to calls?
Okay, great question. You know what? Our shifts do depend on day. They depend on time of week. We do our best to make sure that we're maximizing our deployment, so we have a multitude of officers between investigations, traffic, POP, homeless liaisons, patrol, canines, and it can vary between day and night, and then even coverage on the weekends. As far as impacting response times, that will be dependent upon the types of calls of service that we receive. So some types require a little further investigation, take up a little bit more time. Other times we just receive a bunch of just, come out and help the general public with simple things that we can clear pretty quickly.
Brianna from Instagram wants to know, what does it take to become a homicide detective? And how frequently do our detectives actually investigate a homicide in our city?
Okay. So we don't have specific homicide detectives. We do have our general investigators that will investigate anything from fraud to crimes against persons to include homicides. And in order to become a homicide investigator, it's just a lot of schooling, a lot of education, a lot of tenacity and drive by yourself. And then, just working with your group collectively to be successful. As far as how many homicides do we actually investigate, I would say that we're probably averaging about 2, and this could be, when we talk about homicides, it can include vehicular homicides, which is also your DUI related, as well as, intentional homicides. So there are multiple layers, and we report out every year how many fatalities we have, and then those that we actually will prosecute for a homicide, DUI related, or attacks against people.
And lastly, multiple people would like to know your opinion on e-bikes in our city.
Okay, so e-bikes, this is the newest thing coming up over the past few years. E-bikes create a whole nother level of safety concerns for us, as it's no longer driven just by the individual, but now energy driven, right? They travel faster, 15 to 25 miles an hour. Your operators aren't necessarily looking at it as a vehicle, which it is. So headlights at night, that some of the dangers that we see are crossing intersections. The e-bikes will cross rapidly with no headlighting on them, and vehicles don't see them, and so you end up with a collision. And then they're not meant for multi-passenger, yet we see people use them as multi-passenger vehicles. Strongly discourage that. I would say that when you're evaluating the purchase of an e-bike or the use of an e-bike, please make sure you're wearing a helmet. Please make sure you're abiding by all traffic safety laws and that you do so responsibly.
Well, great. That about covers all the questions I have. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for watching this episode of Chief Chats. We will see you in the next chat.
Well, what inspiration do you have for art?
Oh, my biggest inspiration for art is nature.